After years of dominating the three-row family segment, Kia just dropped the first official reveal of the 2027 Telluride, and it's clear they're not interested in sharing the throne anymore. This isn't a mild refresh, it's a full-throttle upgrade that takes on every rival head-on, from the Tahoe to the Palisade to the Explorer. Bigger presence, sharper tech, more refinement, and powertrain updates that finally push this SUV into a whole new league. Welcome back to Car Today Reviews. Let's break down why the 2027 Telluride just reset the entire three-row SUV game. The 2027 Telluride may look familiar at first glance, but the moment each panel and detail comes into view, it becomes clear that Kia didn't settle for a mild refresh. The new front fascia is sharper, wider, and more confident, with redesigned LED signatures that now give the SUV a premium, almost European presence. The profile is cleaner and more sculpted. The wheel designs are bolder, and the rear lights have been reworked to stretch visually across the tailgate, giving the Telluride a stronger stance on the road. Inside, the jump to next-gen is even more obvious. Dual curved displays dominate the dash with higher resolution graphics and a smoother interface, while upgraded materials and subtle ambient lighting push the cabin into true near-luxury territory. Even the core structure underneath has been refined, improving quietness, ride quality, and overall stability. This isn't a case of if it ain't broke, it's a full modernization designed to make the Telluride feel more expensive, more advanced, and more competitive than anything else in the segment. The biggest shock for 2027 is what's happening under the hood. The Telluride finally steps away from its long-running 3.8-liter V6 and replaces it with a far more advanced 2.5-liter turbo engine that delivers stronger low-end punch and quicker response the moment the pedal drops. But the real headline is the new turbo hybrid option. This system blends the same turbo engine with an electric motor for a combined 329 horsepower, giving the Telluride the kind of instant torque that makes highway merges feel effortless and full-load acceleration smoother than anything the old V6 could deliver. What stands out isn't just the power increase, it's how refined the whole setup feels. Around town, the hybrid glides silently on electric assist, then snaps to life with confident thrust when the road opens up. On long family trips or climbing steep grades, the power band stays steady and predictable, without the gear hunting or strain some rivals struggle with. This is a powertrain built for real drivers, families, and road trip miles, not just specs on a brochure. The Telluride doesn't just evolve here, it finally feels like it belongs in the next generation of family SUVs. The 2027 Telluride takes everything people already loved about this SUV and pushes it closer to true near-luxury territory without touching luxury brand pricing. Step inside and the first impression is space, wide shoulder room, generous legroom in all three rows, and a cabin layout that feels open instead of cramped. The second row seats slide and recline with an easy, solid motion, and the third row is actually usable for adults on real trips, not just for quick school runs. Material quality is where the upgrade becomes obvious. Soft touch surfaces, redesigned stitching patterns, richer trims, and a cleaner dashboard layout all create a premium feel that punches above its class. The centerpiece is the dual-screen panoramic display stretching behind a single glass panel, offering a crisp digital instrument cluster and a larger, more intuitive infotainment system with wireless phone integration and updated navigation. Kia's newest driver assist suite is more refined too, with smoother lane centering and more predictable adaptive cruise behavior during long highway drives. Everyday comfort is where the Telluride still dominates. Road noise is better controlled, suspension tuning absorbs broken pavement without feeling floaty, and the seats remain supportive throughout long trips. Families get thoughtful touches like multiple charging ports, climate control for all rows, and cabin features designed to make hours on the road feel shorter. It delivers the look, the comfort, and the technology of an upscale SUV while keeping the price in a range mainstream buyers can still reach. And that balance is exactly why this model continues to stand out. The Telluride X Pro doesn't pretend to be a rock crawler, but it finally feels engineered for families who don't want to stop where the pavement ends. The upgraded all-wheel drive system reacts quicker than before, pushing torque to the wheels that actually have traction instead of wasting power and spin. The 18-inch wheels wrapped in all-terrain tires give the X-Pro a more confident stance, and the ride quality stays remarkably composed even when the road gets unpredictable. With 8.4 inches of ground clearance, reinforced cooling, and a boosted 5,500-pound towing capacity, this trim is designed for real weekends, not brochure fantasy. It takes washboard dirt, muddy campsites, steep trailheads, and soft sand without feeling stressed or fragile. What stands out most is the control. The throttle is easy to modulate, the steering stays stable, and the suspension avoids the harsh, jittery feel common in soft rotor SUVs. It's not about extreme off-road bragging rights. It's about extending how far a three-row family SUV can realistically go while keeping everyone inside comfortable, quiet, and ready for the next stretch of the trip. Once the wheels start turning, the 2027 Telluride shows exactly why it became a benchmark in the first place. The chassis feels planted in a way that makes this big three-row SUV shrink around the driver. The steering has a clearer sense of on-center weight than before, which gives the Telluride a calm, confident personality on long highway stretches. Road imperfections disappear under a suspension that's firm enough to keep body movement under control, yet relaxed enough to let everyone settle in for hours without fatigue. Acceleration with the new turbo setup comes with a smoother, more progressive wave of power, especially when merging or overtaking. It delivers the kind of mid-range punch families will notice every time they load up and hit the interstate. The hybrid option transforms the everyday commute with a quieter, more composed feel in low-speed driving, making this big SUV unexpectedly refined in traffic. Around town, the Telluride moves with the poise of something smaller, thanks to improved throttle calibration and better low-speed body control. Parking lots and tight turns feel less like a negotiation and more like a simple point-and-go experience. Out on open roads, the long wheelbase and tightened structure give the Telluride the same secure, unflappable stability that helped the previous generation win so many loyal buyers. The versatility shows up the moment life gets unpredictable. Whether it's a last-minute airport run, a weekend road trip, or a night spent hauling sports gear and groceries, the Telluride handles the load without drama. It blends comfort, strength, and predictability in a way that makes the vehicle feel like a trusted partner rather than just transportation. This is the everyday experience the segment keeps trying to match, and the newest Telluride just widened the gap. The 2027 Telluride hits the sweet spot between value and premium more confidently than ever. Early pricing expectations place the base model in the high 30,000s, with most well-equipped mid-trims landing in the low to mid-40,000s. Fully loaded versions, including the X-Pro and top luxury configurations, move into the low to mid-50,000s, still comfortably below what many three-row rivals charge at the same level of equipment. That's where this redesign becomes compelling. You're getting a more refined exterior, a noticeably upgraded cabin, stronger tech, more space, improved ride quality, and the addition of turbo and hybrid powertrains that push efficiency forward without sacrificing capability. It delivers the feel of a near-luxury SUV while keeping both feet firmly planted in attainable territory. For families watching their budget, road trippers who need real comfort, or buyers tired of paying premium brand pricing for average features, the Telluride stands out as one of the most balanced value plays on the market. While some competitors drift toward luxury pricing the moment you start checking options, the 2027 Telluride gives you more for less without feeling like a compromise. In short, this SUV doesn't just talk value. It proves it, and for anyone shopping the three-row segment in 2027, this should be on the test drive shortlist. The 2027 Telluride proves that a full redesign doesn't need to be radical to be meaningful. It takes what already worked, space, comfort, and refinement, and pushes each piece forward just far enough to feel new, more polished, and better suited for the next generation of families and long-distance travelers. The updated styling carries a cleaner, more confident presence. The new turbo and hybrid powertrains give buyers real choice. The interior feels more upscale without inflating the price tag, and the added capability in trims like the X Pro shows that this SUV still embraces adventure instead of pretending to. It isn't the most aggressive, the fastest, or the flashiest three-row SUV, but it doesn't need to be. Its strength is how well it balances everything that matters in real life: comfort, value, practicality, tech, efficiency, and just enough rugged attitude to stand out in a crowded segment. That balance is what allows the 2027 Telluride to remain one of the most complete family SUVs on the market. If this breakdown helped highlight what's new and whether this redesign fits your needs, make sure to hit like, subscribe to Car Today Reviews, and drop a comment on which trim you want to see tested next, or which rival you think can truly challenge the Telluride now.